A movie filmed by James Red Productions. A Percy movie. Okay, let's see here. Checking the wheels. Wait, hold on. Gotta make sure the engine's working properly. Hey, Tim! How's it going? Oh, hey, Jim. The engine's working fine. Really, is it? Oh, hey, boss. Hey there, Tim and Jim. Great to see you, too. Now, how's the engine going? It's really good. But you also might be surprised that this engine is actually a 040 engine, or saddle tank engine. Saddle tank engine, eh? It'll be put to good use. Don't just put some coal in the engine just to get it running. But then suddenly, something magical happened. The engine woke up. What the... Jim? Do you think that base was ever here? What do you mean, Tim? Engines don't have Ah! What the? Stay back, you demon! Demon? I'm not no demon! I'm a steam engine! And you can talk? Yep, sure can. But just a quick question, sir. Where am I? Welcome to Avonside of Bristol. Avonside, Bristol? Yep, it's the place where you're built. Well, okay, but why are you in my cab? We're going on a little test run, just to make sure you're working well. Wait, a testing run? No time for questions, let's go. Wait, what? But then suddenly they saw an engine puffing. The British Railway tender engine was stopped by the green saddle tank engine. The engine applied its brakes. Hey, watch where you're going, you green rodent. Sorry! And with that, the saddle green tank engine puffed off. But then suddenly, the engine felt like he was going faster. Hey, driver, why am I going so fast? Oh, don't worry, you green pipsqueak. I'm just introducing you to the railway. The black engine pushed Percy down the rails. Hey, stop it! Now I want until you learn a lesson on how not to bump into big engines like us. And the engine kept going until the green saddle tank engine was tired. The engine stopped Percy at a water tower. You're lucky, you little pipsqueak. The next time you bump into me, you'll regret it. See you later. And with that, the black engine puffed away. The engine was sad. Oh, it's okay, oh boy, you didn't mean it. And after getting some water in his water tank, the green saddle tank engine puffed away in shame. Soon, the engine returned with his driver. So, Tim, how was the test? Well, it was okay, until some black BR tender engine came and ruined it. That's sad. But we have orders from the controller. He wants this green engine to pull the little train to the next station. Soon the engine coupled up to a buggy coach that was in the shed. Alright, let's go. But as the engine was going out the shed, he was struggling trying to get the coach out the shed. But soon enough, he was able to get it out, and they puffed off. The engine actually enjoyed his journey, instead of being interrupted by the black tender engine. Soon, the saddle tank engine stopped at the station. Alright, hop on, passengers. The passengers climbed on and the saddle engine went off. The engine's journey went swell. The engine went from being a numberless engine with a number 1340. Soon, the green saddle engine was transitioned to the British Railway. On the British Railway, Percy was puffing to a station. Soon, he puffed up to some sheds where he saw an engine. Oh, hello there. You must be new. I'm Pug. Great to see you, Pug. The name... Well, Hey, are you okay? Yeah, it's just... I don't have a name, actually. Everyone will just know me by my number, 1340. That's strange. An engine with a number, but with no name. But I mean, it's kinda alright with me. Some of the engines don't really know me that well, so they know me by 47002. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I'll see you later, Pug. That night, the screen saddle tank engine was at the sheds with some of the engines. One engine was a diesel engine, and the rest were all steam engines. So you're new to the railway? Yeah, sure am. Well, the name's Barry. Well, that's good to know, because I don't really have a name, but you guys can just recognize me as 1340, my number. Well, if that's alright with you, then 1340 it is. We sometimes call 1020 by his number. Yeah, they sure do. But then again, you guys could always call me Dave. Hey, you guys might want to listen to this. I've heard from my driver that there's this new railway called the Northwestern Railway. A railway that's full of both steamies and diesels, even tram engines and electric engines. So pretty much everyone's welcome there. And you mean everyone? Yep. Everyone or anyone is welcome on the Northwestern Railway. Wow, I wish I could go there. Heck, even see the world if I could. One engine just laughed. And it was none other than the same black tender engine the saddle tank engine had met. See the world? See the world? How could you even see the world? You're stuck on this British railway. Hey, don't talk to him that way. I don't care. Plus, he was that same pipsqueak I pushed to that little water tower nearby. You little tank engines always stink too much. Your dreams will get crushed at any moment by now. So, I mean, don't even try to see the world. Don't worry, Percy. Both me and 1020 think he'll get to see the world one day. I mean, what if one day you get the chance to go to the island of Sodor? Thanks, Barry 1020, but I think I'd get some rest. And with that, Percy backed into the shed. Dudley, what the heck is wrong with you? You just crushed the little guy's dreams. What? It's not like he's gonna be like that famous Thomas the Tank Engine. He thought about going around the world and stuff. I didn't stop him. But a small engine like that green engine, there's no way he's going anywhere. You better shut your steam hole before I send you to the scrapyard. The scrapyard? That green steam engine is the only one that'll end up in the scrapyard. Alright. Barry, 1020, Dudley, that's enough for you three. The controllers told you three to stop arguing, including you, Dudley. I've heard about your scheme with that green ticket earlier. You pushed them until they reached the water tower and went over a bridge that had a sign to be cautious over it. You could have derailed the both of you two. So, who cares? I'd rather die with the green ticket than die myself. Meanwhile, in the back of the shed, Percy had heard everything. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to see the world. I mean, even if I did, it would be impossible with that engine. Don't beat yourself up, 1340. You have your friends. You have me that all believe that you will be able to see the world one day. And don't think about what that Dudley engine thinks about. He's just hating on you because you're a, well, unique engine, I could say. Well, you're right. Thanks, driver. Anytime, bud. Now, let's get some shut-eye before the morning. Alright. And in a few minutes, Percy had gone to sleep. Soon, morning dawned on the island of Sodor. I mean, the British Railway. Percy was still sleeping. Rise and shine, Percy. Wait, hold up, Percy? Oh, my bad. I was, thinking about my son. My bad. Oh, no, it's okay. But, good morning, driver. Morning, 1340. Great to see you. So, what's our work schedule today? Well, the control has ordered us to shun in the yards. Well, that's boring as hell. But, if it's the controller's orders, then I'll do it. Soon, Percy entered the yard and shunned some express coaches out for Dudley's express train. One by one, Percy pushed the coaches into a few more. As soon as he was done, he pulled the express coaches to the platform. Soon, Dudley came puffing into the station. The only thing you are good at is pushing express coaches through the yard. Soon, Dudley slowly coupled up to the train. Now, time for my plan. A workman was uncoupling Percy from the train when... Alright then, time to go. Soon the train started moving. Wait, Dudley, I wasn't uncoupled from the train! But Dudley pretended like he didn't hear Percy and just continued on. Time to teach this little pipsqueak a lesson. Wait! Stop! Stop! The workman tried to stop Dudley, but Dudley and Percy were already gone. After Dudley pulled his trick on the green cell tank engine, the engine was stuck in the yard shunting. But as the green saddle tank engine was shunting, he heard a familiar whistle. Gosh, what did I do? What the heck? Percy! Help! Barry had passed by with his train. Whoa! Barry! The sales agent abandoned his train in the yard and went on the turntable. Come on, hurry up, turntable! I gotta go save Barry! Then he realized that he was backwards and Barry was going the opposite direction. Come on, hurry up now! Come on, turn around faster! Said the saddle agent. Okay, seems like he went that direction. Better hurry up though. Points! Points were switched for Percy and he went off. Don't worry, Barry, I'll save you! Up ahead he saw the train. It's best if I switch tracks. Percy, hurry! And Percy followed. Percy, hurry up! Percy? What do you mean, Percy? Well, I mean, I was just thinking of a name for you, and thought Percy would be a good option. Well, that's great and all, but you're on a freaking runaway! Percy had the idea for Barry to switch tracks, and that's what they did. But now it was Percy that was at the front of the train. Wait, how are we supposed to stop the train now? How can we pull on our brakes at the same time? Percy gasps. Well, Barry, you better hurry! And the reason was obvious. Pug, the same engine Percy had met, was at the shed. And the tracks were switched to the sheds. Percy, look out! Brakes! Yelled Percy. Pug watched as the duo wrecked the shed. Luckily, no one was hurt. The train was so heavy that it pushed Barry and Percy into Pug, and Pug busting through the buffers, her back wheels going through the buffers. Well, that was a close call. Really was. I actually didn't see that coming, said Pug. But hey, look on the bright side. You stopped me from causing a bigger accident, Percy. Well, then my tender is derailed, spilling half of my coal out. But it doesn't matter. Percy? When did you come up with that name? Oh, Percy? Well, my name, actually. Barry just thought about it. Plus, Percy does sound like a good name, so I'll take it. Now, what are we supposed to do now? Because Barry's tender's derailed, and your back wheel is going through the buffers, but I mean, even with a derailed tender, I could probably still pull you guys out. Let me try. And with that, Barry bolted to. But Barry's tender barely going off the rails. He had enough power to pull the two and himself out the shed. Alright! An engine that the trio had never seen before was picking up Barry's tender to put it back on the rails. Slow and steady, his tender was put back on the rails. There you go, Barry. The tender is back on the rails. Thank you, Harvey. Pug returned to her shed. But before Harvey had gone, Percy wanted to ask a question. Hey, Harvey. Yes, Percy? Where are you from? Like, what railway are you from? Well, I'm actually from Sodor. I came here to the mainland because I heard of a runaway or something. I'm just doing my job, helping engines. You know? Wait, hold on, Sodor? Sure am. Oh boy, I always wanted to go to Sodor. It sounds like a good place for steam engines and diesel engines. Well, maybe you can come to Sodor for some time, or maybe even stay. As long as you're a really useful engine, you're always welcome to Sodor. With that, RV went away. Wow. Well, speaking of Sodor, I kinda haven't told you where I'm taking this goods train to. No, you're not telling me. Yep, this train is going to Sodor. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! With that, Percy pulled the train. Wait! We forgot the train! Oh, well, our bad. I got a little too excited. It's okay, Percy. Now, let's get going. And with that, Percy and Barry sped up on their way to Sodor. Yo, Percy. Slow down now, Percy. I know you're excited, but we might want to slow down a bit. We don't want to spill our freight or blow. Soon the engines had made it to Sodor. A traction engine welcomed them. Welcome to Sodor, you two. Okay, we made it. Percy looked around. Everything was colorful. Well, except for some places. What is that place? That's the scrapyard. Meanwhile in Sodor, Edward was at Wellsworth when Thomas came. Edward, look! I'm blue, just like you! You surely are, Thomas. Hey, Edward, what's that? Oh, that's a wooden railway version of you. I don't mean that. I didn't mean that wooden railway engine. I meant those two. Well, I'll be darned. Two engines coming with a goods train? Who knows? They could be new engines. Percy was going so fast that he didn't realize what was going on with the train. Percy? I think you might want to look back here. What do you mean? How did your tender derail again? I don't know. But what Barry didn't realize was that his tender was sparking. Barry, I think we might have a worse situation here. Their tender's on fire! Oh dear. But the accident was about to be even worse. As they were heading for the Fenland, and the bridge had broke. And it was all in the mud. Percy! In front of you! Oh my goodness! There was fire everywhere. Barry's tender had caused a fire. Plus, they were all in the mud. Where am I? Percy had ended up in a workshop far on the mainland. Percy was stuck in a workshop with different engines that he'd never seen before. Gosh, what have I got myself into? Hey, you, saddle tank engine. Huh? What are you doing here? You need some repairing done, and it will take a while. So, might as well get comfortable because you will be here for a while. Oh, just great. Wait, what about Barry? Or that black BR engine we saw you with? Yeah, he's getting cleaned up back on your old railway. I want to see Barry. Where is he? Didn't you hear me, you deaf monkey? He's on your old railway. Oh, that just makes it even worse. Gosh, how much longer am I gonna have to stay here? Meanwhile, on the other railway, Barry was in the repair yard talking to a workman. What do you mean me and Percy were separated? My goods train is delayed. Well, I mean, if you guys had stopped in time, you two would at least be together on the same railway. Now, you better shut your mouth. You'll be here for a while due to how much repairs you'll need. What do you mean? You can't just walk away? Stop! Oh, I won't until you're repaired. Just great. How am I supposed to see Percy now that we're on different railways? He's probably worried sick about me. Sir, what do you mean that we're gonna have to stay in the shed? Well, since after your recent strike about not shunting, I've decided that you three will stay in the shed, learning a lesson. Even if you three are tender engines, doesn't mean you can't shunt. Well, on my railway, we work through adversity. We don't run away from it. So you two will stay in the shed until you learn your lesson. For now, I have to find another tank engine that'll work with Edward and Thomas. Another tank engine? Yes. Since Edward and Thomas can't handle their workload alone, they're going to need someone to help them out. But sir, I can't work with another tank engine. Thomas is already enough to handle. I mean, how are you going to take care of the tank engine? Plus, you're stuck in the shed. Doesn't make any sense, Gordon. I thought you were responsible. But really, you aren't. But sir, please, maybe another tender engine would do fine. Probably my brother Scotsman. I'm not bringing Scotsman here. Yes, he is famous and all, but I'm not going to have more tender engines on my railway. Goodbye now. What? Oh, the indignity. Gordon, did you seriously think that was gonna work? I mean, James is right. All you did was just beg for another tender engine instead of begging us to get out the sheds. But I thought it would work, okay? And plus, another tank engine on our island? It's like Thomas will have a whole army. They already asked Timothy. Gordon, please shut your ass up. Let's just sit here and sulk until we learn our lesson. Those engines never listen. But it won't matter. They'll just go to the work shed to see if there's any new engines. Meanwhile, at the work shed, the workmen came. Alright, you green saddle tank engine. The controller of this railway is coming. And you're not even in the Northwestern Railway green livery. You look like some random British railway engine. So we're going to color you in a new paint. Green with red stripes. The color green? That sounds perfect. Well, that's what I like to hear. Now, let's get painting. And with that, the workmen got to work. Coloring Percy in green. Green wheels, green cylinder, green sandboxes, green with a match of red stripes, even a green cab. And Percy was good as new. Well, thanks. I actually really love this paint job. Well, that's nice. You got it changed up since you first came. Yeah, plus, I mean, I never actually really had this lightest green and red stripes paint back on my old railway. It was dark green and, yeah, I think yellow or orange stripes. Hey, I'm not that anymore. Oh, here comes the controller. Act natural. Ah, man, great to see you. Great to see you, sir. We're looking for engines, right? I sure am, my good sir. Well then come take a good look at them. First we have this green guy. He looks cheery. Next we have this Emerald Sterling. She's kinda in progress right now. Then we have this Lancer engine. We're currently working on what paint he should wear. He's currently in his Great Western Railway livery. Then we have these Two Faces engines. The one right next to the black engine is Bluebell, and the one right next to Bluebell, the black one, is 2650. And right next to those two is C10. He's new. It's basically kind of like your engine Neville, but with a footplate. And we have this similar version of your Thomas. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that E2, only because he's just trying to impersonate my #1 blue tank engine. Well then, which engine you'll choose? Topham Hatt looked long and hard, going from one side of the workshop to the other. All these engines seem good, but the engine I will go with will be... Oh, please be me, please be me. I'll take this green little guy. Really, sir? Yes. You look like a really useful engine. I just see it in you. Now, what should I name you? Maybe Gerald? No. Murdoch? No, I already have a Murdoch. How about Percy? Oh, Percy, that sounds... Percy? Oh, my bad, sir. It was just a memory I had. Oh, it's okay. Now, let's get you to the yards to meet my engines. And with that, the controller hopped into Percy's cab and they puffed off. Edward and Thomas waited for the control to arrive and said to meet up at Nafford Yard. And as expected, the controller came. On board Percy. Hello everyone! So, sir, is this the engine that you were talking about? Yes? It sure is, Thomas. Meet Percy. Since Gordon, James, and Henry are all in the shed, I'm going to need you three to work hard. Thomas, since you're fond of meeting new friends, or making new friends, I'll have you teach Percy. Edward, it's your job to help them. Yes, sir. Now you two get going now. Wait, so you're Thomas? The real deal? Sure am. I guess your friends told me about you? Yes! Well, great to see you, Percy. You and I are going to become best friends. I just know it. Same here. And great to see you too, Edward. Now, let's get going to Tibbet's sheds to meet the big engines. Soon enough, Percy, Thomas, and Edward had arrived at Tibbet's sheds. Well, Percy, this is James, Gordon, and Henry. But they sound like some big engines. Oh, just great. The new engine's here. Hey guys, watch this. Henry, where are you going? Just going to say hi to the new engine. Well, hello there, you little pipsqueak. What are you doing here on Sodor? But Percy just went. Henry was so spooked that he jumped and ran away. Edward laughed. That was amazing, Percy. Didn't know you could do that. Learned it from some of the engines on my other railway. Think he might be cheekier than me. Henry, what was that? I don't know. That little pipsqueak just wheezed steam all over me. What a bitch. But then again, I am a little impressed by that little guy. He seriously scared a big engine like you? Out of all engines, you got scared. At least it wasn't no damn rain or something like that. Shut up, Gordon. At least I'm not fat enough that I crashed into the wall of Crook Ronan. Yeah, you see what I mean? You're calling me out when I got scared by that pipsqueak. Yeah, you are so freaking fat that you crashed into Crook Ronan station. It's like you wanted to go through that wall just because you wanted to spy on those people in the houses. Henry! That is enough. Enough with the fat jokes and all that crap. What we're worried about is that green tank engine ruining our reputation. Meanwhile that day, Percy was puffing up to Sudbury Station. He saw a signal box. Edward hasn't told me about these things. But Percy didn't know that he was supposed to whistle to change the points. Because up ahead was Gordon. He was pulling his express train. As Gordon was puffing along the rails, he spotted Percy. Percy! Out of the way! Huh? Oh God! Percy shut his eyes as Gordon's buffers touched his. Percy was so shooken up. I won't stay here! Over the way! Percy's wheels slipped and slid on the rails. But he didn't want to go back. Percy wanted to stop, but he couldn't. I want to stop! I want to stop! I want to stop! He yelled. He went down a hill. In a siding, a pile of earth was sitting in there. The pile of earth covered a set of buffers. The switches were switched, and Percy was diverted onto the track. I want to stop! I want to stop! I want to stop! Oh, I have stopped. Silly me. Soon enough, Gordon came with Topham Hatt on board. That was shocking. You saved me and yourself from causing a nasty accident. And that's good as well. You did run away even if Gordon did stop, but either way, you stopped from causing a nasty accident. You're welcome, Gordon. And you too, sir. Now, let's get to the sheds, shall we? Yes, please. With that, Gordon coupled up to Percy and they both puffed off. The two engines puffed back home happily. That was certainly shocking, Percy. You made me laugh. I did. Percy and Gordon puffed past a dead tree, which fell right off the track as they puffed by. Soon, Gordon stopped himself and Percy at a sighting. You must be tired, Percy. You must be real thirsty and need some coal. So I'll leave you here to get some coal and water. I'll meet you back at Tippet Sheds. And with that, Gordon puffed off. And Percy took his friend's request and got some water and some more coal. And with that, Percy went off to catch up to Gordon. Meanwhile that night at Marin Station, Percy was taking the mail. Alright. One mail car? Done. After a mail van was emptied out, its lights went off. 2 more to go. Next stop, Kildare Station. And with that, Percy puffed off. Percy puffed along the viaduct. It was huge, but he wasn't afraid. Gosh, I feel so happy pulling this mail train. It just makes me want to sing a song. Well, shoot, I can. I'm maybe small, just painted green, with wheels that wobble and a face that's mean. But deep inside, I know I am strong. I've had it in me all along. I had it in me all along. Through hills and valleys, steaming rain, I turn to carry joy and pain. The destiny helps me to be engine, to be the engine I'm meant to be. Oh, that was a short but great song. Percy passed through Neville's Bridge. Soon enough, Percy arrived at Upper Kildare. Alright. Station 3 done. Oh, and hey, sir. Oh, I'm not Topham Hatt. I'm Sir Lousome Hat. Sir Lousome Hat? Yes. Sir Topham Hatt's brother. Oh, okay. With that, Percy carried on. Percy was puffing up to a siding, or switch. Ooh, I want to see what this switch leads to. When Percy saw it, he was speechless. 3 tracks that led to nowhere. Okay, actually on second thought, never mind. Percy sat in a siding, wondering what to do. Then suddenly he saw something that shocked. Right in front of Percy was a scrap engine. An engine that was old and rusty. Gosh! Did that engine get scrapped? Then Percy also realized something else. Oh gosh! I gotta get back to my friends! They're probably worried sick about me. Even Thomas! So, forgetting about the scrap engine, Percy rushed off. Percy went out so fast that he bumped right into a buffer. Oh God! Crap. Now I'm just stuck here in the middle of nowhere. But that gave Percy an advantage, as one night, Toby arrived at Titbit Station with Thomas. Thomas! Thomas! Yelled Toby. Toby, what is it now? It's Percy! He's got an accident! And I saw Percy's ghost. Botheration! My train is gonna be late. Plus, I'm not sure if there is a ghost. Beep! 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 Let me in! Let me in! Not by the smoke of my chimney chin chin. I'll chuff and I'll puff and I'll break your door in. Oh God! I need to go find Annie and Clarabelle. Why are you two laughing? Well, Thomas, that's because this was a prank. Oh, seriously, we're doing pranks now? What? It was a funny one. I was near Coven's Gate and I crashed. Got a breakdown train, but then I had an idea. They asked Toby if we could do this little prank. I'll get you back someday. You should have saw your face, laughed Toby. But then again, it was a little funny. You are very clever, Percy. I really am. And with that, Percy went on to be the most useful engine on the railway, beside his friend Thomas. And we will all know him as Percy the Green Engine.